I was experiencing like, a big challenges as to like how to deal with the situation and just like, be prepared mentally.
Mm-hmm.
I was crying all the time, because that's all I could do and that was my release. But it just, wasn't healthy and it wasn't helping me or the people around me. It was just making things like even more difficult than, they were already. My sister's a therapist. She's an MFT. And so she had recommended actually from the get-go since I'm diagnosed. But it wasn't something I thought, could be helpful just because like I was like, well, there's the reality. Like what could they tell me, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so but when she mentioned hypnotherapy and she recommended you, another close friend of mine just by coincidence mentioned the same thing to me that day. And she said, like, she did actually benefit a lot from it as as she was going through her health issues. And so I said, I mean, what could I lose, right? It's just my time,
Mm-hmm.
2 hours of my life. And it could, help me go through this thing like easier. I thought if it could help me just a little bit, shave off 10% of it, that's something, I thought,
Mm-hmm.
And so, I gave it a chance and I promised myself I would, give it my best shot and then I would follow through with it. Oh,
Oh,
definitely more. Like 60, 70%. One
and
session and then just me listening recordings and affirmations and, just doing things
mm-hmm.
on my own, yeah. I mean, I still don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, but that's when my surgery is. But I feel like today at my appointment, I would come out of the hospital a mess. I would cry the whole way back home. I would, ask myself or the universe, why did it have to happen now at this point in my life? Why
Mm-hmm.
do I have to go through this?
Mm-hmm.
And, I know the answers, I do. I just felt stronger. Like, I just, there was like a exception, right? So I accepted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say I welcome because I don't yet, but I accepted where I am
Mm-hmm.
and that the fact that I have to go through with this and there is no other way, there is no more time, and I just have to help myself as much as I can, just a little bit, and that's okay. Like I'm not trying not to cry,
Mm-hmm.
that's okay. But I didn't feel the need to do anymore. I have to say that it's not something I would naturally, do myself, but it has a huge calming effect on me, huge. Just starting my day, listening to the recordings, I just feel like it gives me like a good reset and
Mm-hmm.
it clears my mind, and then I can move on with my day,
Mm-hmm.
without being in my head the whole time and just
Mm-hmm.
really be able to focus things. Like I was reading an actual book the other day in the backyard and I couldn't do that before. I couldn't focus. I think just like replacing thoughts with positive ones. I mean, I've been told, just by everyone ever since, this thing started that, think positively, think this, think that. But, it's just like, it's hard. And all you think about is like the fear and what could go wrong and how am I going to be in the OR, not freaking out. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just all you think about. And I feel like that's focusing on the wrong thing. And
Mm-hmm.
and that the fact that is like, I'll only be there for like a day or two, hopefully. And that this thing is bigger and there's a bigger goal. Yes. And my friend who, recommended hypnotherapy to me said like, even the way you talk is different,
Wow.
and I don't know what was different. We didn't go in detail, but she said just my energy and the way I talked and I sounded was,
Mm-hmm.
just different, and she saw the difference. No, and I thought about the same things because I was like, what do I think now? Like, I
Mm-hmm.
just pictured the same images in my head. And yeah, I just didn't feel the same fear. Like, there's, of course, like, still a dislike, and it's not a place I want to be. or I wish to be, but it just didn't feel as scary. Oh, well, I mean, you've been wonderful. And again, we only had one session. This is our second one, but your voice is very soothing. I love listening to the recordings. I love the music, and it just, again, it has a huge calming effect on me. And I think you're a big part of that. Yeah, I think that's it. Like, just that I feel more calm, relaxed. I accept the situation. Not that I didn't before. It just like was very difficult. But I feel like better in my skin now. For sure. Give it a chance. I mean, what do you got to lose, right? That's what I did. Give it a chance. It does work. It does help. I can't pinpoint what exactly it does, but it's help. And think about like how many things you do during the day that, is not even helpful, right? How much time you spend on things that doesn't serve you. So,
Exactly. And just
yes.
worrying about things.
Yeah, so you can easily spend 2 hours of your day doing this, and you will benefit out of it.